Welcome back to the morning show on XL7 TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zadora. How are you, sir?
I'm well, sir.
Things are changing out there. Weather's nice.
Weather's nice.
Spring
People
break
are,
is around the corner. Folks will be coming to
phones
town.
are ringing, emails are coming in. People have been sitting there wherever there is in the winter and the snow and everything else, and
I don't want to
but
do this.
they've been
another year.
online. Yeah, that's right. And they've been sitting there, and they've been online, and they've been looking. And how about this? Well, this is nice. What about this place? What about this town? What about this state? And working their way through some of this stuff, and it's time. So we've had Darlene's had people out, a couple of different people out this week. Linda's had people out. It's been, so it's nice. We had a realtor brunch yesterday for some educational purposes of some laws that are changing as far as IRS notifications and things that are going to start, actually they're going to start Monday. It's a small window of things, but it's stuff that, kind of protect us from making mistakes. So Roger Morgan and Ted Sanders came out and gave us the scoop on that stuff. It was very good. And one of their other guys, and I'm going to apologize, I don't know the name. I just know him as Rogers and Morgan. But now there's like 4 or 5 names on the wall
There's
there.
a Clark over there, too. I
Yes,
think.
yes, I believe that was a gentleman's name who came and talked about it. So that was good. And talking to the other agents that were there about, how's business and, kibitzing and stuff. And everybody's real positive. It's just a good feeling for how things are going.
Mm-hmm.
Rates are down below 6. It's not everybody's going to get it, but you're going to get a better rate than you were. The lower that gets, the better it gets for those who may have little blemishes on their credits, things like that, things you may want to get straightened out. So market's going forward.
I saw a little blurb on social media that you and some of the other realtors got a sneak preview of the community center.
Yes, I wasn't there. I had another appointment, but Linda was there, and she shot some video and stuff. She posted all of that on her YouTube, or excuse me, on her Facebook. She was just overwhelmed with how cool it is and how the size of it, the scope of it, all the things that you can do there. Mm-hmm. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great draw for people coming in. It's going to be a great when they're having baseball tournaments. I can't believe you're talking about baseball starting already. Baseball tournaments, things like that, in the summer when you've got a day layover and stuff like, you can go to the pool. You
Yeah.
can. There's stuff that's
Yeah, no matter what
that's
the
gonna-
weather's like, you still
yeah,
really use the
you can
pools
still
and
go.
things.
So that's very good, very good, and they're moving right along. He's looking to be open in May. So they're starting to get the money together as far as how much it's going to be for different levels of family membership, individual members, day members, things like that.
Working out the details.
Yeah, but when you look at it, Mountain Home, they got that through on the tax. So Mountain Home is, I don't know how many tens of thousands of tourists that come through here every year, and so even with all that sales tax money coming in, they still had to come up and charge people individually to swim. We're going through this over in Marion, and it's kind of a tough deal right now to justify that type of thing, especially when you have a facility.
You know,
this
time
size.
might take
And
a little bit.
I don't want to go down that path because I'm kind of limited.
I understand, but you've got a couple minutes here. Let's talk about the importance of that facility at Marion County.
Yeah.
You've got a chance to build something nice over there, basically, and it's left up to the people, right? At this point,
Yeah, well, they're voting on the tax increase
in how that's going to
and
work.
how that's going to
Yeah,
work.
that's where I was wanting to go.
Yeah,
Make people
yeah.
aware that is still
Yeah,
in the
when you go to vote, in fact, actually, Brian sent me that we've so far in Marion County we've had 1,228 voters in Marion County as of yesterday. So I don't know. I'm sure the number's more than that in Baxter. But if no matter what county you're watching me on, get out and vote. You can't complain about this stuff later.
Yeah, no
one
gripe if you don't
one
vote.
way or the other. If you didn't go vote, you got no voice in the game at all.
There you go.
None at all.
There you
And
go.
that's 1,200 people is nothing.
Yeah.
You know, when a town of 17,000, a county of 17,000. So, and there's some important races on there. We also have our treasurer's race and one JP race. Baxter's got JP races.
County
And
judge, sheriff, JP races
Yeah.
in Baxter County, a lot
yeah,
of things
so
going
there's a lot of things going on, plus the state races and the Supreme Court races. Supreme Court race is very, very important as
on.
well.
And the importance of all my asking that is just the awareness of the voting. People
Yeah,
have
people
to
didn't. There's people
exercise
didn't
that.
know that. Was there an election?
Yeah.
We sent a flyer out to every house in Marion County. The Republican Party did. Where you can go vote, when you can go vote, all the candidates on there, our position on the community center. But I mean, you couldn't miss it when you got it in the mail, and it went out to everybody. Oh, is there an election? I didn't. Yeah. And they get the same thing over here in Baxter.
With that said, let's get back
Yes.
to real estate. With that said, how hard is it for someone that moves into our area to register into Arkansas so they can participate in the voting, or how long do they have to be here before they can do that?
All they have to do is when they're going to go to the Secretary of State's office, the Revenue Department, to get a driver's license and to transfer their vehicles over here to Arkansas. They're going to ask you, are you registered to vote in Arkansas? And you're going to say, well, no, I just got here.
Yeah,
And
simple
they're
and
going to
easy.
say, so this is what you do. And they can do that right there.
Yeah, simple and
And
easy. No
you-
excuses.
No excuses. Doesn't cost you anything. There's no big rigmarole. You can register as a party affiliate, Democrat, Republican, or an independent. That's up to you to do whatever you want to do, but it's nothing. I mean, you're there, boom, you hit it,
Yeah.
and you're registered.
Houses, a lot of new startup homes in town. There's
Yeah,
some
there are.
startup homes popping up
Yeah.
here and there. We've got some new stuff going on, some new roads just right over here off of Coley. A lot of things changes in the area.
There have been, and it's just, it really shows the growth, Bob. When you see the amount of new businesses that are here, the number of coffee shops that are here, I mean,
It's unbelievable.
that gives you an idea of how much growth there has been here. And we're never going to be Fayetteville. People, I don't want it to be. That's not good. That's never going to be the case. We don't have the infrastructure. We don't have a lot of things. But there's people that want to come here. They like the Three Rivers, Two Lakes. They like the quality of life. They like all this God's country that they hear about. They want to participate in that. It's a place where you can stand up and pray at a brunch or whatever, and have a prayer and pledge allegiance to the flag, and it's smiled at. Nobody's giving you the stink eye because you want to say grace over your food, or in a restaurant. The number of people that you see in a restaurant where they're all sitting at the table holding hands, saying a prayer. That's what people are coming for. They want to get away from there, wherever there may be, where it's just they don't have that quality of life, and we do.
As you know, I'm involved in high school sports.
Yes,
And
I'd heard that.
I always, we start out with the Pledge of Allegiance, moment of silence, and the national anthem.
Uh-huh.
And normally I will ask for people to remove their headgear, or take your hat off, because out of respect. Last night at the softball game, we had an opening game for Lady Bombers softball, and I just started talking about it. People stood up, already had their hats up. They're ready to
They're
go.
right. They know the routine. Yeah.
So it's a little different.
Sure. They have that respect, and that's why people come here. So when we talk to people, when we talk about things that are, of the area, things that why you want to come here, that's one of the things that are always very high up in that. And it's always, you want to remember that if you are at an event and they ask you to pray, it's God and then country. So you say your prayer first, moment of silence, however it is you want to do it, and then do the pledge, and you're good to go.
Ready to rip.
Yep.
Speaking of which, let's look at some
Speaking of
numbers.
ripping, This Week in Real Estate for February 27th is there were 44 new listings came on the market, 6 commercial properties, 8 parcels of land, 30 homes came on the market. They range in price from $51,000 to $699,000. There were 31 properties sold, 2 commercial properties, 7 parcels of land, 22 homes sold. They closed in the prices ranging from $485,000 to $51,000. So the average sale price this week was $206,000 with 118 days on market. 7 properties expired. There were 23 residential price changes. Currently, there's 454 homes listed on the MLS. Those are homes you can walk in and buy. They're not under contract in any way, shape, or form. And it's still a goodly number. 174 of them are in Mountain Home. Year to date for 2026, there's been 133 homes have sold. The median sale price is $215,000 with 91 days on market. Last year, there had been 133 homes sold, and the median sale price last year was $204 with 63 days on market. So the market's been, it just feels better. You know, the prices are holding fairly well, but I mean, it's not, COVID is over. You're not going to get money that's not really there. People won't pay that coming in.
The interest rates have kind of plateaued.
Interest rates hitting 6 you're gonna start to see some activity now. So if you're looking to buy, you really want to get out there. You want to get pre-approved. I can't say that. I say it all the time, and I'll say it again. Get pre-approved. Linda had somebody to come to look at a house the other day. Oh, I want to see this house, and we had already had it under contract, and we explained that to her. And she says, "Why?" Linda says, "Well, are you pre-approved? Do you have, No, but I'm good friends with the bank." It's not going to get you on a bus. Being a good friends with the bank is not. So go and get pre-approved. Go through the process, because if she did put an offer on the house, the seller would have rejected it because she didn't have proof of funds, and took one that they did have proof of funds. So I can't overstate the importance of that. People say, "Well, we've been looking for houses for a year." Yeah, then you're doing something wrong. And then to say you've been looking for a house for that long, and then when you're asked, "Well, where's your pre-approval letter?" "Oh, I don't have one." Well, that's why you've been shopping for a year. And shame on the agent for shopping them, letting them go to places for a year. I mean, that's part of our job, is to make sure that you're prepared to buy. If you're looking to buy and not just shop, there's 2 different things there. If you're looking to buy a home, the agent should be helping make sure that you've got everything done that you need to have done to be a successful bidder on a house. And that's one of the things we always make sure, that our clients, our buyers, are ready to buy, and they know that they're in the right price point, that they're looking at the right kind of house from what their needs are. And that's one of the things that we really shine at, is making sure that people are prepared to purchase homes. Same thing with selling. Make sure that the things that need to get done are done, and make sure that you're ready to sell. That both parties are ready to sell, not just she's ready or he's ready. She wants to go back and see her grandkids. He wants to stay and fish, so he wants the price to be here. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to get ripped off, but she wants it to be. What's the market? What did Bob say the prices were? That's the kind of things that you run into, and they have to be. If they're both not on the same page, then it can run into problems. You get an offer. No, I don't like that. We don't know about this, and we don't know about that. And
Do you have any orphan signs laying around that you need to find some homes for?
I do, actually. I've got one in front by the garage. Actually, I've got one in the truck that I picked up yesterday from a house that we're closing on Tuesday from over at Carlisle Highlands. So I got an extra sign. If you want it in front of your house, give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. And check out the website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
It's been This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zadora. 870-405-0793 is his number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. Again, these are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to help you. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team. We'll be back with Friday basketball in just a moment.